Hey, what's up everybody, it's Jack. Welcome back. It is so nice to be making a video again after so much time has passed. Now that Halo 5 is finally out, I just wanted to make this brief little first impressions commentary, basically to explain that, first of all, my thoughts, and second of all, that it is actually not like Call of Duty. I know that some people have been watching gameplay videos of it and they're turned off immediately simply because of the fact that they've done two very little things that make it seem like it's Call of Duty when it actually isn't. And I'm going to go in that in very brief detail in just a minute. But first and foremost, a big shout out to Theater Mode for letting me record this, simply because of the fact that if it wasn't for Theater, I wouldn't have this gameplay. And because I forgot to turn on my Elgato as when I started to play. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into this. This is very Halo at its core. This is Halo-esque, so to speak. This game is not like Call of Duty in any way, shape, or form, despite that it may seem that way. A lot of people might be turned off because it's faster paced, simply because of the fact that they've added Smart Scope, which is also known as ADS. And also the fact that the default controls are pretty much very CoD-esque. There's a couple of buttons that are a little bit different, but for the most part, a lot of the controls on the sticks are very much like Call of Duty. Like, you use your left trigger to use Smart Scope or ADS, so to speak. There's the sprint, and then they've added the slide and the thruster packs and all that kind of stuff, which seems like Advanced Warfare, but believe it or not, it is not. It is very much Halo, classic Halo at its very core. And with that being said, I have not had this much fun playing Halo in a very long time, and I'm more of a CoD player. I've spent the vast majority of the last 3 years playing CoD, and I can tell you, my first love was Halo. As a matter of fact, I didn't start getting serious with CoD until Black Ops 1, and I played very little Modern Warfare 2, and I missed CoD 4, simply because of the fact that I was still very much into Halo, so I know what I'm talking about. And the thing is, other than the Smart Scope and other than the default controls, that is pretty much where their comparisons end. It still takes a good amount of bullets to kill people. There's going to be plenty of gunfights. The speed has been increased a little bit simply because of two reasons. Number one, there's the sprint, but they balanced that out with attaching it to your shield, which a lot of people are happy about, myself included. And then there's the fact that the maps are a little bit smaller, simply because it's 4v4 arena style, which is very good. And I like that. And it keeps things moving faster, it makes people move. The weapons also seem to fire a little bit faster. And all of the guns are pretty much useful, like the the assault rifle, useful at short to medium ranges. They've added a submachine gun, which is really good at short range. Even the Covenant weapons now are very lethal, so which will be very interesting to see in what the pros do with that. But all the weapons are useful. The game is faster paced. They've attached the shield to the sprint. I mean, all these things are really good, really Halo-esque. If you run into a full team, you're still going to get your ass handed to you. There's only so much you can do as a single player in this game. But with that being said, because of the weapons and because of the fact that it's a little bit faster paced, the single player has a chance to fight back. Now, they may not succeed in getting the win, like to the degree that they do in, like, let's say, Call of Duty, but they are able to do something simply because of these little minor tweaks that they've done with the game. But these tweaks have not changed Halo from what it is. It still takes a good amount of bullets to kill people. It still takes skill. Headshots are obviously valuable, so it's not just about body shots. And the fact that every single weapon is useful is something that's great, because I was never a big fan of the assault rifle. In this game, it's very powerful. I was never a big fan of the Covenant weapons, but I've gotten a lot of kills with the carbine. I've gotten kills with the Storm rifle, which is the alien version of the assault rifle. The shotguns are good. They got some distance, but not ridiculous distance that'll make you go, oh wow, that's OP. And the fact that this game is solid connection-wise as well on its first day of release, and I've played this game in the first 24 hours. I played this game for almost 8 hours or so, give or take. And I am very surprised in a sense of how smooth it is, and also the fact that this is a true dedicated server game. If somebody quits out, it's going to be a 3-on-4 or a 2-on-4 or a 1-on-4 for the whole game for whoever quits out. There's no joining in progress, which is a good thing. the only thing that sucks is if somebody else on the other team quits, it slows the pace of the game down, and you have to kind of endure for about, you know, the length of the match. But with that being said, this game is very, very solid, and this is just a very brief brief discussion about this. I may make another one in the future, but I also want to talk about in some future video about like the real skill-based matchmaking that they have behind this game and what my opinions are of it, and that's not like Call of Duty's either. And overall, I have to say I have not had this much fun playing Halo since Halo 2, probably. And I actually tweeted out Josh Holmes, who's the head of who's one of the big guys over at 343, and he actually responded to me. I basically said, hey, good job to you and the team. I haven't had this much fun playing Halo in years, in quite a long time. And he responded by saying, awesome, thank you. And that was awesome. That made my day as well. And so in closing this commentary out, for those of you guys that are worried that this has become like Call of Duty, let me tell you something, it is not. It is classic Halo. It is actually more classic Halo than the last installment, that's for sure. I mean, they've obviously gotten rid of the stupid things like Ordnance, and they've gotten rid of, what else did they get rid of? They got rid of loadouts. Everybody starts out with an assault rifle and a pistol. So that adds the balance there as well. Everybody starts out the same. Everybody's got the same abilities. So this game is very much balanced. You are going to need gun skill to succeed, and you're also going to have some smarts. But with that being said, they've also implemented in the sense to where if you're not that good of a player, you're going to be playing against people of your skill, and vice versa. If you're a great player, you're going to be playing against people of the same skill as you. So anyway, I'm almost out of time here. I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. I hope you enjoyed this commentary and found it informative. If you liked the video, let me know. And if you don't like it, please let me know what I can do to make my future videos even better. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys very soon on the next one. See ya.